Welcome to Good Mythical More. We are going to explore and rank midlife crisis decisions. Oh, we're going to start with the sad having an affair.
But we're also going to play a quick round of Think and Sync It. This is our trivia game over on the Mythical Society where you can predict what's going to happen on tomorrow's episode of Good Mythical Morning. We're going to play one from the past and see how well we could play. In the International Dips episode, Cheesepocalypse, Cheeseageddon, and Cheesenado were all names given to a catastrophic last-minute shortage of what product just weeks before the 2014 Super Bowl was at A, Cheese Whiz, B, Velveeta, C, Sargento shredded cheese, or D, blue cheese dressing?
I don't remember this.
I don't either. I'm going to go with blue cheese dressing because that would be like, you know, with the wings.
I think it's Cheese Whiz. There was a shortage of Cheese Whiz. What is it? Most people chose Velveeta. Second came Cheese Whiz.
And Velveeta was correct.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, okay. Good job. Better than us. It's in the news. We are in our midlife. We're in the middle of our lives.
We did a whole episode of Ear Biscuits about the fact that we are in a midlife crisis. At least that was my perspective. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think you got to have a little bit of a crisis in the middle of your life.
Bless you.
And just embrace it. Get some tattoos. Get into scuba diving.
Sneeze more. Care less.
We've done some of these things. We have
What
not.
else have we done? Grow your hair out. Get a motorcycle.
I haven't got a motorcycle. Haven't had an affair either.
I have not had an affair.
I think this is pretty bad. What side do you want the bad to be?
It usually is
Okay.
the most extra.
I can't think of many things during your midlife crisis that would be worse than this.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do that.
So let's just put it right
Rhett.
here on the very edge.
Don't do it, Rhett.
Right here on the edge.
And I'm not going to do it. Buy a convertible. I think my version of this is an off-road vehicle.
I thought you were going to say one of those spider bikes with the two wheels in the front and the one in the back.
And it requires less balance.
I'd like to see you on one of those.
Yeah, I would look good.
I'd like to see you.
Yeah,
Going
boy.
to the PCH.
No need to balance. Of course, we shared an FJ Cruiser that then at one point you bought from me and then you shipped it to North Carolina. So you still have that.
I do.
And I kind of miss
See
the ability to off-road.
Well, you do that with your vans that you rent.
I saw that. That's coming later. So yeah, not a convertible for
Let's
me.
just say-
I care too much about my hair.
Buy a sports car. Can we just change it to that? Like, buy a car that's supposed to make you feel young. Because I don't think that the off-roading is the same thing. I think that's a little bit more van life-y kind of thing, right? This is like, I'm going to buy a car that makes me feel cool.
Don't you oddly associate convertibles with older people?
Yep.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Because
something
it's a
happened.
second car. You know, it's like if you're putting all your driving into a convertible, that's tough. It's like it's a Sunday drive type thing.
I'm not much of a car guy.
Me neither.
So,
Are we going worst or most popular?
Worse, but I think the siding, from this perspective, it feels like you should reverse the side. So like the best midlife crisis choice is on.
So the worst thing to
side.
do
Yeah.
is have an affair. Buying a convertible is very cliche.
I don't hate.
So
if I see an old man in a convertible, I'm like, hey, I kind of get it. It's not my thing, but if it was my thing, I might do it. But it's not my thing. I am really into scuba diving, though.
We both really got into scuba diving, and let me tell you, it is awesome. It's awesome.
This seems pretty personal. This is not real, is it? Is this a midlife crisis thing? Ew, it's just a joke.
You're
It's
messing
just
with
a
us.
joke.
Yeah.
You're messing
This
with
isn't
us.
normal. This is not a
This is
normal
really good.
crisis.
Because if you know how to scuba, you can solve problems. You can find underwater treasure. You can weld pipes. Yeah, you can weld.
There you go, Chase. Chase is in his midlife crisis. How old are you, Chase?
47.
47.
You would have never known that.
Yeah, you're a young looking 47. How about me?
Yeah.
So much grace.
Okay. Let's find another one here.
Get a tattoo. Is this, you're making fun of us again?
This one's borderline to me. I think now this could be a midlife crisis.
I think this is very midlife at this point. I know a lot of middle-aged dudes who are like getting their first tattoo in their 40s.
It's a good thing to do because there's a lot less at stake. You know who you are and who you're trying to be.
It's definitely better than getting a tattoo at 18.
Yep. My
I don't
daughter
have
did
any
not listen to
tattoos, but I really want to start getting a bunch. And I was talking to my wife about it, and she accused me of being in a midlife situation.
And you know what? And you should say, you know what? I am, and that's okay. At least I'm not.
I also want tattoos, but they have those like really realistic looking temporary tattoos, and you can also customize them. And when I floated this to Cassie, she acted as if it was going to be the most embarrassing thing that I've ever done to do this. Like, she was like, just get the tattoo, that she's going to be embarrassed to be out with me with a temporary tattoo.
Yeah, me too.
But it looks real.
And they would show up so good on your skin.
I'm saying, but then I could just like, then it would just be gone after a week or so.
Yeah. But then when people talk to you about it,
and I'd own it. I wouldn't be lying and be like, "This is."
Don't do that.
Do you have
Don't
anything in
own
mind?
it?
You have
No.
anything in mind?
Yeah,
Like a bagel?
yeah.
Rip and dip bagel.
I have waited
went
until I'm
nuts for
37
that.
to get my first tattoo, and it's gonna be a bagel. No, yeah.
Don't get a bagel because people will be like, what is that?
No,
A donut?
no.
You'd be like, no, it's a bagel.
What about a
Yeah, that'd be
horse
horrible.
with your sister riding it?
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yes, I've always thought to myself, you know what? I should get my sister tattooed onto my body.
Yeah. I'll get my brother on me, too.
Try out van life. This is great.
This is not bad. This
When
is
you've
a fun
lived
thing.
half of your life, sometimes you just want to escape judgment
I
and
think
knowledge.
this may technically be better than tattoos because tattoos you may regret. You may regret them. You're
Yeah.
less likely to regret them, but you may.
And this is just try it out.
You may get infected.
Van life is like on the way to RV life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that's another 20 years.
It's retirement light.
Yeah.
Is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yep. It's great. It's great. Okay. On the opposite extreme, we've got.
Oh, this is real bad.
Oh my God! I can't even read it. I can't even talk about it.
Also, if
baby.
you have an affair, you might end up with this. That would be a double whammy. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, I would say.
Good gracious.
You know.
How to double ruin
Sorry.
your life. So if this baby is from
Sorry,
the
y'all.
affair, it's worse than just the affair.
Yep.
But if it's just a regular baby,
Still worse.
it's still worse. No, if Christy got pregnant somehow, if like there was a slip and a dip, on our surgeries that we've had, because it does happen, it would be somewhat catastrophic.
It would be horrible.
But it's not as bad as having an affair. Put the baby under the affair, man. I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
I never got to have a little girl. If I accidentally got Jessie pregnant, she had a little girl, it might be great for me. She definitely does not want that.
Quit your job. Just walk out the door. Quit your job.
Well,
I fantasize about this all the time. Quit your job is cool. I mean, that is a power move. A complete reset financially. Take it down to zilch.
it just depends on what your options are, what you're quitting, and
If you
why
wanna-
you're quitting.
Because it sets the stage to completely reinvent yourself.
Well, it depends on if you're quitting. If you're like an accountant and you're like, I don't like the firm I'm at, I'm done. And then you're an accountant somewhere else. That's
no.
different than
I think you're quitting your occupation.
career.
Yeah, we're saying this is changing tracks. So we're saying that it's kind of bad, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad as buying a convertible? Well, no, we need to switch those. Convertibles, definitely.
I think quitting your job is a baller move, man. I love it.
Yeah, but what if you got people dependent on you?
But you don't. You're going to live in a van.
Or in a convertible.
The kids are out of the house. The wife's had an affair. You're living in a van. You've quit your job. You're gonna build a little surf shack in Costa Rica.
Huh? I think they might be saturated down there now.
Buy a new younger wardrobe.
Huh. Is this targeted?
I think this is great. I think this is mix it up. Yeah, come on. Don't be so boring. Don't be the self you've always been. Evolve. Fashion.
This is the weirdest ranking. What the heck is... You're saying the best thing to do is go scuba diving.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then... And then other permanent or major purchases. And then the clothes.
Yeah.
But then...
These are the things that I've done. These are the things I haven't done.
Oh, okay. Now this makes a lot more sense.
Right?
Okay, question about the younger wardrobe, because how far can this be extended? Like if there's like a 70-year-old man who comes in and he's dressed like a 20-year-old. Like
Yeah,
it was
that's too much of a gap.
like how do you like where do you draw the line? What happens here? How does that work?
I think it's you have to match your vibe. You know, like you can't look at you and go, "Oh,
Poser.
they're wearing Gen Z clothes," you know.
Yeah.
That's the line. You'd be like, "Oh,
Because you can
that
be
man is cool."
you can be fashionable and cool as an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
But the
as
way
a
to do
young
that
man
is not
posing
just
as a young man.
to dress like a 20-year-old.
Right. Like if you showed up with like a leather jacket with zippers all over it and a white bedazzled glove. That'd be
Like
weird.
all the kids are dressing like that.
That'd be weird. You'd be dressing like your younger self.
Yeah. Because my grandma did that for me one time, including the glove.
Did you wear it in public or just in the house?
I wore it in her living room and danced for her.
Dancing for your grandma, also a midlife crisis thing to do.
The problem is that she
Dance
only
from a child.
gave me and my brother the jackets and the gloves, and for some reason, this might get a little weird here in a second, but for some reason, just because it was it was your grandma's house, me and my brother just wore our underwear to like sleep in and like when getting ready to go to bed. So we would just be like two little boys in whitey tighties. And then if she decided she wanted us to dance for her, we would put our leather jackets and our gloves on. And it's just, we were dancing like Michael Jackson in a living room in underwear and jackets.
Which he did not do
No, he didn't.
publicly.
It was my grandma.
This sounds like a Link childhood story.
Well, and she was half drunk. She took her teeth out. It was awesome. She was drinking that whiskey with her teeth out, just loving every minute of it.
Oh, wow. Was there music? Did you actually play Michael Jackson?
That's a great question. It was much harder to just play music back then.
And you know she didn't
bring a
own
tape.
like a Michael Jackson record.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just danced to
Like,
music.
You
in our
talking about
heads.
Mama Nell?
Yeah.
She didn't own Thriller.
No.
Everybody else did.
And we would go down to Georgia, and so I think we kept the jackets at her house. He was like, "The jackets are at my house. So when you show up, you can dance for me."
Wow, that's weird, dude. That's weird. I've never danced for my Nana.
It's really the reason I am who I am.
Are we out of placards?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because there's some that we didn't cover that I think are pretty
Okay, hit us with
good. I think plastic surgery. What's the one down from plastic surgery? Like med spa treatments, Botox filler. I am very pro this midlife crisis exploration.
Med spa. Okay, so that's a general term or
Yeah.
is that a brand?
It's a general term, but I will say some people have commented on very choice Instagram photos of me saying that I've had work done, and I myself have not done any of these things. But I will tell you, most everyone I am friends with has definitely had.
Yeah,
some
in
of
LA,
this done.
obviously, it's very, very common. I
street
haven't
corner.
had anything done, but if you can't tell,
You've had your eyelids squeezed.
that's a medical procedure.
I know it is.
But
But it has aesthetic.
I would definitely like. I've got some baggy under my eyes. I would do something about that. I'd do something if there was something that like not invasive. Like they were like, we can do this thing to you down
Technology has like
there. I'd be like, okay.
Like the Botox of yore is not the well. Now, depending on where you live, I don't know. I don't
the
know what I
Botox
would
of
advise.
your neighborhood is
No,
different.
like the med spa
past.
technology in general has really. There's some good work being done in LA. I'll say.
The latest trend they say is that undetectable plastic surgery. You
Yeah.
heard about this?
Yeah.
They're talking about Lindsay Lohan in that way.
Well, and that might not be the proper descriptor for
saying
that type of work.
Undetectable.
undetectable.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the way to describe
Maybe
it.
maybe it was detected, and then after that, the rest was undetectable.
Right. Yeah. What else? Besides that?
I'm not opposed to it. Do they have a procedure that keeps the hair from growing on the top of your nose?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called laser treatment.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah, you can get it plucked right out. Zapped and plucked. Ripped and
I
dipped.
mean,
Just cooked? It's like they cook the top of your nose?
It's what your grandma used to do.
That's
Electrolysis.
That's electrolysis. That's individual hairs, and that hurts bad.
Well, there's going to be some pain in this game.
She did that one time to my unibrow, like to one hair that was like pesky to try to like kill it, and it hurt so bad.
But did it work?
It eventually grew back, but then
Oh, really?
it doesn't. It not anymore. It's not there anymore. Well, maybe it is. I think I can feel it. But I think it was just the first one hurts bad, and then after that, it probably like you get used to it.
What about getting a pet monkey?
chimp crazy.
That's more Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not.
I don't know. Any other midlife
I was
things we
trying to
missed?
think. I think like random hobby adaptation.
Like archery.
What about dating? What about dating someone half your age?
Oh, there we go.
That's it.
Or less than that if you're Bill Belichick.
The coach?
He's 70. Look up his girlfriend's age. It's shockingly young. I can't remember what it is.
Like 20s?
Oh, younger 20s, I think.
We believe 19.
Wow.
24. That's different than 19.
Well, you
but
know,
still,
she's
it's all
He's
right.
70.
She's probably a sports fan.
Yeah. I'm sure they talk a lot about football strategy. Yeah, so that's more than a midlife crisis. I mean, he's 70. That's just
Yeah.
a crisis.
Yeah, I'm going to keep mine in check. I'm going to stand on this side.
Get a mythical quote every day of the year with our new 365 Days of Mythical Tearaway book. Available now at mythical.com.